Hey everybody, how's it going? So welcome welcome, good morning, happy Monday everybody. What's up? You know what? I don't like that thing's open over there. Hold on one sec. Um, good morning, happy Monday, everybody. So here we are with Coffee and Cards, starting off the week. I had some things that I need to get done this morning, and it took a little bit for me to get, caffeinated and all that. So here we are. Cheers to your coffee. I'm gonna do this. Bam. Cheers, coffee. That's a nice lag that we got going on. What's going on with that? Let's see what this lag is. Delay. Oh, it's a 61-second delay. Why is it? You got I got a minute delay on you guys. Damn, why is it such a long delay? That's crazy. Is it a long delay? I don't know. All right, cool. What's up, everybody? Good morning. I just see two people on, so I'm just gonna say that that's working. Let's see where we are on the YouTube. I'm gonna bring up another monitor right here real quick. We're gonna get started. How's everybody doing? Let me know. Show up in the comments. Say hey. Let me know that you're here. Put that post about it or whatever. However YouTube shares things. Just. Yeah, that's like a minute delay. That's crazy. Okay. All right, that's where we're at. Happy Monday. What's up, Cat? What's up, Chastity? Thanks. All right, so we're gonna get started with Coffee and Cards today, guys. Last night I did kind of like a forecast of what we might be facing or what we're gonna be kind of interacting with for the week, right? And so yesterday it was like around 9 o'clock yesterday. And so the prime thing that came up was Ace of Swords that came up right in the center. And so overall of what it was going into is how we're going to be going into our thoughts for the week, how we're going to go into perception and understanding how we could see our surroundings a lot better, or what we're going to be facing in our different elemental quadrants of what each zodiac sign has to face in that way. So some people were facing a big reveal and needing to have to hold their thoughts for themselves, hold their solutions for themselves. Other people were realizing that they're gonna go full force in their own opportunity and solitary kind of way of approaching their life for a bit. And then also for some people, we're seeing how the proper way to construct their emotions instead of throwing a fit every time they didn't get their way. So there was some of that was going on for yesterday. And yeah, so today we're gonna go into the forecast or see what we're gonna have in association with our thoughts today. A lot of last week was about opportunities and rising to the occasion and kind of seize the day kind of thing. And it was really cool that primarily the theme for this week is about our thoughts and cross thoughts and perception. And when I say cross thoughts, it's kind of having one thought and then that thought going into another way and then another way. It's just all these thoughts that take us into different directions, but no direction at all. Know what I mean? Okay. So, hey, what's up, Penny? How's it going? Take a deep breath in. My coffee's getting really activated right now. All right. As I drink more coffee. All right, okay, so we're gonna get everything. I'm gonna get set up, guys. We're gonna get started. So we're gonna see the board right now. I have Labyrinth out, and we're gonna go ahead and see how that's gonna be looking for us. Okay. Ooh, I'm not on water signs. Am I on water signs? Let's take that. I think that's cute. Having establishing connection. What's up, Grace Murphy? How's it going this morning? All right, there you go. I like giving like little shout outs to you guys when you guys show up. All right, okay, let's establish that connection, okay? So I'm gonna be doing my Ascended Masters candle. You know what? I'm gonna start putting the links to all this stuff because I've gotten a few messages of people asking me where do I get my stuff at, and I'm gonna totally just put the links in Amazon, from Amazon, to where you could get them at. Okay. What's that? Forgot my lighter again. No, I did it. It's in my pocket. Haha. It's like I went to the future and told myself, put it in your pocket. Or, yeah. I remember. Anyways, let's do this. Alright. Hold our intention while we're lighting the thing. Or if you're striking your match, hold your attention in the initial flame. And then light your candle. My intention is, let's have a great start to the week and connect with each other and bring forth any messages that we might need to hear. That's my intention for lighting the candle. All right. Lit some sage. What have I missed? Nothing yet, Grace Murphy. I just started. I was going into, I was explaining last night's reading. I did a little Sunday forecast for the week of what element or what we're going to be all facing this week. And we're going to be going into understanding our thoughts. Hey, what's up, Jess Flores? We're going to go into turning into our thoughts, kind of like how we're all going to be facing some cross thoughts and seeing a more analytical way of ourselves. Hey Jess, how do you like the way I'm doing this now instead of waving it over Labyrinth? And then to you guys out there in YouTube land, in my little part of the Eye of the Oracle universe, YouTube land, in my part of the Eye of the Oracle universe, in the YouTube universe, in my part of Eye of the Oracle land. That sounds better. Alrighty, guys. Let's get started. Here we're gonna be using, we're gonna have SOS on the board, Secrets of the Soul, see what they're going to connect to us. And then we're gonna have a Mo's right there. Bam. And then if need be, we have Osho, and we also have Archy right here if we need to bring in Archy. Okay. I got beautiful lighting right now. It's a nice overcast and it's a beautiful time right now. So my windows are like, the blinds are open, and so it's bringing in this beautiful light. I think we can see the cards like really beautiful right now. Yeah, oh, that's awesome. I wish I could have that kind of light all the time. I'm really into like photography and video, hence the setup. Hence the setup. I'm really into photography and video, hence the setup and the lighting and everything, right? But I love the lighting. I love when I watch videos or when I watch TV shows now, I pay attention to the lighting. Like Euphoria, I haven't really watched the whole season, but the 6 episodes that I watched, the lighting, oh my God. It's, yes. But yeah. Hey, Just Flores. All right. Just want to let you guys know, my computer says that we're on like a minute lag, so I'm like a minute behind from what what comes up on the comments. Okay. So if you guys have any questions or asking me anything, it might take a little bit to show up. All right. Don't forget to hit like, guys. Let's get Coffee and Cards freaking global. Let's get people in England drinking coffee at 8 o'clock, watching their Coffee and Cards. That's not my real intention. My real intention is just to help us connect with each other. Alright, SOS, let's get started for the day. Let's see what's going on. One more. Alright, there's a Mo's ready. Alright, cool. Alrighty, guys. Main thing, we're gonna go into like the theme or kind of the overall essence of what the day and connecting to yesterday's reading and seeing what the week is gonna be like for us, okay? I'm not. I don't know what's going on. I don't know why my computer's slacking like that. It's usually just a 20-second delay. All right. Let's show me what's going on for the day. 1, 2, 3. Ooh, no, wait. I don't know why I'm slacking today. I am slacking today. Just Flores, you jinxed me. Okay. One, 2, 3. Ooh. All right. Here we go. We got Strength upside down. This came out, I believe this came out yesterday too. Didn't it? Or for somebody else. So we got Strength upside down. Necessarily an area, probably that's where we're thinking of it at. And then I love the way that, first off, yesterday's reading had a big bird on it and associated with it was the Ace of Swords, which is air sign, all the air elements in that idea, right? Let's connect to that. Now we have Strength coming in and upside down. Not only is it represented by the lion, like in traditional tarot, but also it has wings, just like the bird from yesterday. So association with the air sign, associating with the element of air, and connecting with the same idea of we're going to go into, or we're starting out this Monday, maybe in doubt, maybe in this area of analyzing like what are our strengths, what are our strengths, or doubting ourselves, doubting us in our position of where we're at and what we're doing. So in this area of strength, let's get a little bit more clarity on it, because I want to understand what SOS means by strength upside down. And yeah, like there's a lot of doubt, there's a lot of misunderstanding of ourselves. So let's go into that. Okay, hold on. Amo says no, not yet. She's all even Amo was like she's like, no, just look on the bottom of SOS. So I'm like, all right, it's cool. So let's get some clarity on strength upside down by looking on SOS. Ooh, all right. So we have movement of cups upside down as well for clarity on strength. So strength, feeling not, we're feeling not strong. We're not feeling strong enough. We're having emotional doubt within ourselves. So that's that probably defines a lot of that cross thought talk that I was talking about yesterday, in seeing that we're seeing our thoughts a lot. We're want to understand our thoughts a lot more. We're overthinking a lot more. But then there's the causes of overthinking. Why are we overthinking? Because there's doubt in our emotions. Our emotions aren't secure. Our emotions aren't secure. That's where it's at. Our emotions aren't secure. So that's why a lot of our thoughts are going to be coming in for today. We're going to feel emotionally insecure. So we're going to be emotionally stagnant and emotionally insecure right now. So here we are. We have movement of cups, which is in regular tarot, traditional tarot, is going to be Knight of Cups. Okay, so that's the Knight of Cups and strength upside down. All right. So we're emotionally stagnant. We're not going in the way, or we're also emotionally doubtful. So in yesterday's reading, to analyzing our thoughts and really seeing things as cross thoughts, and that's how we remain being inactive and going forward. Here's why we are emotionally doubtful and stagnant as well. What's the reason for those cross thoughts? And it is because it is connected to the emotional doubt and not wanting to have that anymore, not wanting to have emotional doubt anymore, not wanting to have that emotional stagnancy. So the cause of not wanting that goes into, well, how do we get out of that? Goes into our thinking of figuring out how to get out of the emotional stagnancy that we are in. So in the first step of the week of us going into thinking and using our brain power and using we might even have to go into lots of meditation or just more self-centered inward thought, because we want to understand why we feel stagnant. But really what it is emotional stagnancy. And this is for everybody. So if you're resonating this is for all elemental quadrants right now. This is the first phase of Coffee and Cards. We're understanding what the day is going to bring, an understanding of our emotional stagnancy, or emotional withdrawal, or emotional unstrength. Not being strong enough. Hold on, let me see. Right? And so, yes. Okay. So that's for everybody right now. All right. Then we're going to go into all the elements right now. We're going to go into the 4 quadrants. We're going to go to north, air, south, north, south. I'm going to say the elements in the directions. We're going to go to earth, air, fire, water areas and quadrants, right, for everybody. 1 more. All right, and we're just going to lay them out. Here we are for north, east, south, west. All right. So we have earth, air, fire, water, earth, air, fire, water. Bam, bam, bam. Okay, and then I will roll out a mo next, okay? Coffee time. All right, so up here we're gonna go with earth. Bam. Ooh, innocence of pentacles. Upside down. All right, so earth. We're gonna go into ourselves and what we've created. We're gonna understand this is already associated with you, with already it being pentacles in your quadrant and it being upside down. That's already with you. So in this and how this is connecting with you, earth sign is like the cause of it. You being the cause of it. You're not so innocent as it says. Like it's not. That's a sense that it's new or fresh to you. It's in the sense of like, you know what you're doing, and so why are you still here? It's like it's enough time being thinking that like, oh well, I didn't know, or naive. This is talking about getting out of the naivety of your causes, knowing that you are the cause of a lot of the stagnancy. You are the cause of a lot of not wanting to go forward. It's being naive right now. It's understanding that you are in a naivety right now. What's if I was gonna say naive in an active word, what would that be? Like if you're holding on to that persona of being naive to what's going on for you. Okay. It's in your emotional stagnancy, if your emotional stagnancy, no growth, and what your thoughts are holding on to you, what this is an association with, it's going into your naivety of what you created. You know you created this, and now the problem or the situation that you're in, you're being naive about it. That, oh, I didn't know that it was going to cause that. You need to see my face for this. I didn't know it was going to cause that. You're a creator. You're the earth sign. You know what you're doing. You're the one of the most ones that I feel like has like intuitional intention of what you're creating, because you are grounded and you are connected to all the elements to be able to create something into the fold, into the manifest of what's here in our reality. So for you to have this naivety, it's kind of false. Hey, Zen 11. And so if you really want to take a look at this emotional stagnancy that you're in from here, it's because of the cause of you and the naivety, if that's a word, that is keeping you stagnant. Oh, I didn't know this was gonna happen, or oh, well, maybe something else is gonna happen or play out differently. So you're kind of like keeping stagnant and not wanting to go forward. So this is how that's gonna play out for you, right? So let's go to air signs. Right, stayed a little bit too much on that one. Air signs coming up next. Bam. Ooh, air signs justice. All right. We're going in. Everybody's getting it today. All right. Everybody's cards are coming in upside down. All right. So we got justice upside down for air signs right here. We got justice. If we had to change the camera. So we got justice coming in upside down. And right away, air sign, this is you. See how this is like, oh, this is for earth. Oh, this is for air already. It's totally already showing that that's what its intention is for. This is you, air sign. If anything, this is speaking to me because I'm a Libra. So Libra, listen up. Libra, if you have Libra in your signs, in your, all your versatilities, this might be you. If this is your cross watching, this might be you. So Libra, speak up, just like you right here in Pentacles. Right here. If you're earth sign or in your versatilities, this might be you. Here we go for justice. Justice. This is what we're thinking right now. This is what's keeping us in emotional stagnancy. Why aren't things fair? But why are other people getting that? But his energy doesn't feel good, but he's getting attention. What's up, Excited Copper? You're up then, Gem Rising. We're talking about Geminis. We're on air signs right now. Right? Let me just switch that over. So it's like we're what's stagnant for us, what's keeping us blocked, is why aren't things fair for us? Or trying to keep things fair. Like we see other people aren't playing fair. We see other people getting away with things. And also we see ourselves trying to be honest all the time. We see ourselves trying to put our best foot forward all the time and seeing it to no avail. So we're experiencing this inequity of equality right now for ourselves. We're experiencing inequality for ourselves in emotion or reciprocity, or what we're receiving back for air signs. So that's where we're at, and that's where our emotional stagnancy is. We're emotionally connected of how things need to feel fair. Like, I am putting this much fucking effort out there. How come I'm not getting it back? Or we're going into, oh, okay, I see how they're being. I'm gonna match it. I'm gonna match their energy that they're giving to me. This is what's going on for air signs, right? Does that do us justice to be able to hold that, though? Is that a real justice to do that? Is that real? If we do that, hold everybody to, like, if they don't do it as I do it, that's how it's fair. But is that really fair? That's some good contemplation, right? If nobody's doing it the way that I want it to be done, or if I'm not receiving it back in the same way that I think it should be given to me, it's not fair. There's a good reanalyzation that needs to happen right there for you, air signs. And maybe that's why you're not going anywhere. It's because you actually think things really need to be fair. All right, here we go. Let's go to fire signs. All right, fire signs is going to be next. All right, fire signs. All right, so you know what? Real quick, I'm gonna go get some more coffee real quick. Okay, fire signs. I'm gonna get some more coffee. So welcome to Coffee and Cards, where you get the daily tea about you. There you go, right, guys. Coffee and Cards, where you get the daily tea about you and your bullshit. That's the slogan. Coffee and Cards, get the daily tea about you. All right. Let's do a nice little sweep real quick. All right, let's go into fire signs, right? Fire signs. Fire signs, fire signs. Let's get into fire signs, fire signs. All right, fire signs down right here, okay? Yeah, coffee break. All right, here we go. I'm gonna put a little note. That's where I put fire signs. I just saw the comment. When I put fire signs, I'm gonna put coffee break right there, so you guys know that that's what I want to go do. All right, so here we go. Fire signs. Ooh, 5 of Pentacles. All right, here we go. You don't necessarily get your element fire sign, but you get some understanding of what's going on for you, why you're emotional stagnant. All right, and this could go into what you have in the precision of yesterday, right? Last night's reading was like, you have this understanding of, you know what, I need to do it on my own. I need to just be by myself right now. I could get more done, or I could be a more active, fluid person if I'm by myself right now, right? So that's kind of like what your reading was from yesterday. And I want to feel like this goes into it, right? So notice the broken jewelry, notice the broken diamond. Diamonds aren't breakable. Diamond is one of the strongest elements, right? Or strongest things. Broken pearls, and then especially pentacles, how it's built up on something that's broken, right? See how it's built up on something that's broken. I know I just repeated that. So in speaking fire, so here we go for fire element in that pentacles area, right? So this is why we're emotional stagnant, is the realization of what we went through. So last week, how we were in that recluse, that hermit energy, like wanting to step back from any kind of opportunities or any action of going forward, which was probably the action, the resolve of broken relationships. You wanted to step back from the action and resolve of broken relationships and see what you wanted to do going forward. Coming into right now, right, and coming into this week, in analyzing what you're doing and how you are approaching things, and how you know that if you are more on your own, you could be a more fluid person. We're still seeing the emotional stagnancy in there. Even though we're understanding that about ourselves, we still have something to work on. This emotional stagnancy, this emotional weakness in what we want to face right here is Five of Pentacles showing us that it's going to be a lot deeper than what we think that we're going through right now. There's a lot more that we actually have to work through. There's so much that we built upon that was actually broken before we started building on it. What was it? So, and I don't mean like financially either or monetary. I mean like anything that's worth your time or effort, or like, or you're you of who you are. Anything that's worth that of who you are. That's what Pentacles means. Anything that's worth you of who you are in all your abundance. That's what Pentacle means. Society just tends to put Pentacles in the area of monetary gain. But no, Pentacles really breaks down into the essence of who you are, of all that you are. Right? So if I have Pentacles, for you to build up this thing of who you are on something that's already broken, shows us why we aren't emotionally going somewhere. We might have to dig through what we built up to really repair this. Not might. Fuck, we're gonna have to go and dig down this identity that we built up of who we are to really take care of that. We're gonna have to dig down, break through the identity and see what that is and clear that out, because that's broken. We need to break down to our foundation, fire signs, and see what's really there. Whatever emotional stagnancy that we're in, and this identity that we have, we know that there's something amiss, or there's something that we could do better, fix, or whatever. There's just something there of why we've been in this emotional rut, and it's because we built up on something that's already broken. It's been broken. Hit the like, y'all. Thanks, everybody. All right, so that's what's going on right there for you, fire signs. Okay, let me get over to water, and then we're gonna bring out a Mo, and we're gonna break it up into the spectrums. Okay. Water signs. Water signs. Water signs. All right, so let's get into water signs. Ooh, water signs. You guys are good. Yeah, water signs, you were represented by a nice little turtle. There you go, water signs. 6 of Swords. So with this, you guys yesterday, you guys had this card come up where you are understanding how your guys' emotions and the way you set them up affect the people that you love, affect the people that you want to engage with, and affect the way you want people, how you want people to see you, right? And so that's what you went through all last week, is like, why am I pushing people away? I want them to see this. Like you just like, how come they're not seeing the way I feel? I wanted like throwing like emotional tantrums all last week. And last week you saw how that pushed the most important people away from you. Okay, so yesterday with the air sign being Ace of Swords, and how we're going to be going into a lot of our thinking and cross thoughts and perception on the way we affect people and everything that I said again. here you are with this new understanding, like, oh, I do have a big way that I could show my emotions. Girl, I am drinking regular coffee. I do not drink decaf. This does not, this, no. Uh-uh. Never. Anyways, okay. So the reason why it's such like a cute little turtling, it's a cute little turtling, and check out the rainbow on it too. It's you're having this new idea, this new idea and this new freshness, but also along with the wisdom of having this understanding of the spectrum that you could go along in your emotions as well. So it's fresh, it's new, like, oh, I do have this effect on people with the way that I could set up my emotions or share my feelings or share and connect to their feelings and make them feel a certain way or even feel how I want to feel. Because water signs, you're really emotional and it's okay. Right? And so that's what's going on right there. And so with the rainbow that's going on, it's just like this freshness, this understanding of the full spectrum of your full potential, still with this new, fresh way or new ideas of things. And I like the way the swords are coming down, like if they're currents of water that you're swimming through, like those are the water currents symbolizing that you're swimming through them, easily swimming through these thoughts of understanding that you're receiving that, right? Get out of here. Right? So that's what that is. So now with this, like this air sign, water sign, this new spectrum or this understanding of the spectrum of the emotion that you have and the connection that you have with them and to the other elements, to the other people that are in your life, it's really big. You really see like, oh shit, I do have some fucking pull here. I do have this like, I don't know what the word is, like gravity. There you go. I do have this gravity. You do. You do have a lot of gravity. You do have a lot of force if you know how to use it right. But hey, me no judge. Haha. Alright. Alright, guys. So now we're gonna bring in a Moa and we're gonna go into the spectrums. So if you guys notice, or have been noticing, and just Flores brought this up to me yesterday, was like she noticed that I do it by elementals, right, or by the elements, right, and that's because I like to not flatten it out or spread it out, but I want to kind of have put it a little bit more broadness, whereas you connect to whatever element that it is, and then also your spectrum is one of the three signs. So whatever your sign is associated to the element, cool. You could be Gemini and Libra and Aquarius, that's all air sign, right? So, and then the other one's correlated to whatever they are. Cool. That's how I want to connect to those energies. I'm connecting to the energies more so than the actual sign. Okay. And then the spectrum, when I say the spectrum, that's going along the three spectrums of that sign. Okay. So when I use a Mo or I say, all right, I'm going to be doing the spectrums of this quadrant or this element, that's what I mean. It's within those three signs of that quadrant, the spectrum of that quadrant. Do you see how I'm breaking it down? Does that make sense? This is my theory. This is just my way. I don't know of any other readers that do it this way. This is just the way that I'm putting it together, that I understand it makes sense to me, and I feel it would make sense to you. And then basically because this is general. This is in a general way, right? I'm doing this generally for everybody, for the channel, for you guys. For specificality, for being more specific, that's more dedicated to actual readings for the person that's in front of me, for the person that I'm doing it specifically for. So the specificity of the reading really goes towards actually having an in-person reading or a connected I'm with you reading, right? So there's a generality that's going on right here. That's why I'm doing it with the elements. I'm connecting with the energies of the element. Okay? And then with that, I do the spectrums so you could determine where you're at on the spectrum. Are you spectrum 1? Are you spectrum 2? Are you spectrum 3? With no defined connection to whatever zodiac sign in that spectrum. Okay, so that's the way I'm going about it and connecting to it. So if you want to go more into specificity or just being into specific and getting your own reading on this, or where you're at, or whatever you want it to be, right? Getting your own reading, I have availability open to do readings. Okay, so here we go. This is it's not necessarily my 30-minute reading, but this is my general reading next session. Okay, not general reading session, but this is my reading session availability right here. So the link that I'm going to put in the comments is to set up your appointment. All right, so I do have availability right now. All right, and I'll probably go into doing an open call for questions later on today. If you guys want to go in or come on when I do a live stream, I'm doing an open call for questions, and yeah, it's good, you know, do your donate and get specificality on that question. All right, and then so yeah, and I'm just saying that, yeah, I just want to put that out there. All right, so here we go with Amo going into the spectrums of what each quadrant is. So also when I say all elemental quadrants, or AEQ, that's what I mean. AEQ, all elemental quadrants, and we're going to be going into the spectrums with Amo. And then Amo is, you know, Oracle deck, and so she's going to bring in the clarity of how each spectrum is related to that card, to what your main card is from SOS, okay? So there is a method to the madness. All right, Amo. Here you go. I'm going to go all the way around and just pull all the cards for each spectrum, okay? Or for each quadrant. Here we go. We're going to go Earth sign right here. All right, so Earth sign. Bam. 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 And then right here for air sign. Bam. 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 And then right here for fire. Bam. 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 And then right here for water. Bam. 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 I don't have super chats on yet. I don't have super chats yet. I'm not monetized for super chats. But I do have my PayPal and Zoom options, Exalted Copper. 1, 2, 3. All right. And so I'm just going to do this real quick. Amo's like, you know what? Throw me in there for the center. Show me how I'm connecting with all of them. All right, right at the top. Ooh, energetic movement. Awesome. So right away, Amo's like, this is how I'm affecting the overall theme for the day. She's like snake, energetic movement. Right? And so right here, we have movement of cups with strength upside down. So we have stagnancy in our emotions, right? We have emotional stagnancy. So Amo's remedy of what she's going to come in to show all of us of how we're going to remedy all of this for ourselves. The first place of action to take action on a Monday for all of this that we're feeling for us, all of the spectrums, it's going to be about energetic movement. Okay? So that's what she's going to be about. She's going to be about energetic movement. So all her cards that I turn over, she's going to be about energetic movement. Just want to say that real quick. Okay? Let's go. Amo, thank you. All right. Here we go. So we have energetic movement. All right, here we go for Earth signs right up at the top. For Spectrum 1, here we go. All right, for Spectrum 1, we have admiration. So admiration is going to be for you, Spectrum 1, Sunflower, admiration. that goes into the naivety thing that we were feeling up here, right? That goes into this naivety feeling, that goes into this feeling of like just loving the situation or loving the attention that it might be giving you, or feeling that there's something going involvement in it. You know, that you put yourself in that emotional stagnancy, you put yourself in this situation because you were in this admiration of the individual. You were like was it in love or was it infatuation? So it was this admiration towards the person, right? So I think you had this thing too with the sunflower yesterday or the day before on the sunflower for Taurus. When I did, I think it was like late night. It was like, I think it was like card slinging after dark that I did, where Taurus got sunflower and admiration upside down. That you're facing somebody, that you're with somebody that wasn't seeing you. Like when there's no sun, the sunflowers facing towards each other, right? That there was no situation like that. So the sunflower right now, and like how Amo is telling you this is gonna remedy you, is take that admiration for yourself. You were in this naivety because you wanted to be in sake of the situation, because if you couldn't have the person or the situation the way you wanted it, you were taking it for what it was. And that's why there was that naivety for, oh, well, I didn't know, when you actually knew, when in a way you were settling for less. So Amo's coming in and being like, no, take that admiration that you had for the person that you had naivety about, because you'd rather be in that naivety than to actually have a solution, and hold the admiration towards yourself. Okay? So that's what Amo's saying right there for Spectrum 1. Spectrum 2, ooh, action. So right here for Spectrum 2, we have action, horse upside down, for your naivety and how that caused inaction. You just rather settling for that situation, like, oh, well, okay, well, this is fine, this is okay. That caused a lot of inaction, a lot of movement. So here, this is funny. What the fuck scares a horse? What the fuck scares a horse? What the fuck scares a horse? A snake, right? A snake. Crazy, right? So this inaction straight up to where the horse is at. The way Amo's trying to help you right now with this horse is showing you in this naivety is only non-action. If I have to scare you with energetic movement for your inactionable horse, she will. So this is the attention. Get moving. Get out of this naivety that you're in. This is your wake-up call. This is your startle. You know you're doing this, Earth sign. Get with it. Come on. Let's get into your last card. Wolf upside down. Instinct. You're ignoring, if anything, instinct upside down with this wolf upside down, you're ignoring your instinct. You're ignoring that feeling of like, come on, what are we doing? You even get that. We have our own inner conscious telling us when we're doing something wrong or we're not going where we're supposed to. We have our own internal guidance system, our own instincts telling us, what are we doing here? Why are we here? Why are we still here? Why are we still facing this? So Mo coming in, telling you, jogging you, nuzzling you, come on, get with it. What's going on? So instinct, she's telling you you're not paying attention to your instinct. Get connected back into your instincts and what you want and what you're going to be connected with. Okay, so this is that for you. This is your solution. This is kind of like where you're at. This is what's going on the start of your week, to start to take action towards yourself, take an admiration towards yourself, to get out of this inaction and start paying attention to your instincts. Earth sign. Okay, you're done. Let's point the snake towards air sign now. All right. This is that. Let's point the snake towards air sign. Air sign is next. Let's do air sign. Right up here at the top for air sign, Oof. Check out that, man. That is so fucking cool. Right away, right on the top for air sign. Injustice, justice. So here we are with the balance thing. Right away with justice being upside down for air sign, and then you right away coming in get balance with the scales. So right off the bat, what that comes in to say is having balance within understanding that unfairness that we're understanding about what's going on with us, the emotional stagnancy that we have about ourselves and what we're keeping locked into because why things aren't fair. How come why I'm doing this? How come I'm doing that much for that? How come I'm not receiving that of which I put into something or into people? It doesn't mean for you to stop. That's where you're hurting yourself. That's what it means. It doesn't mean for you to stop doing that. It doesn't mean for you to just only give what people are giving you now. No. It just means for you to find a peaceful balance within you, to find a balance of what feels good to you if you don't get it back in return. Not, I'm only going to give what they give me. I'm only going to mirror what they give me. It doesn't mean that. It means you find balance in what feels good to you on what might not be returned to you. So you give out on what you feel feels good to you towards people, place, things, right? And if you like that, if you don't get it back, it will still feel good to you. That's the balance. It's not, you notice that there's an imbalance and you're holding everything to how come it's not fair and I'm gonna only give out what I get given. That's actually caused us emotional stagnancy. That's actually caused us like freaking real stagnancy in our growth, dude. Like you think you are thinking it all out, but really you are stunting your emotional growth that way. So find the balance in what feels good on what you want to give out, right? On what you want to give out, and that will still feel good if you don't get it back. Okay, that's just in that first one. All right, let's go into the next spectrum. Okay. Again, associated with the air sign, we have feather upside down. Feather is faith. Okay, so here we go with feather upside down or the faith upside down. What this is connecting to, what I feel like it's connecting to, is that like is having that there's a lack of faith that it will be returned to you. Okay, there's a lack of faith that it's going to be returned to you, and it's causing the hesitancy, right? And that's a big thing because it's a big emotional thing, right? But really, if we want to go back to some of the theologies or some of the philosophies or belief systems, is in Egyptian times or that there was a belief that all of our actions that we do in life when we die are weighed on a scale with the weight of a feather, right? So how is this so crazy that it's a scale and it's with the placement of the feather right next to it? Okay. So how do we take this? Are we putting everything under so much scrutiny that we want to make sure we get our passage into heaven, or we want to make sure that we're fair all the time to make sure that everybody else has a fairness? It's something that's actually hurting us in the end. Whereas like because we're holding a scrutiny, it's actually what's causing the disconnection. It's because we're holding a scrutiny of how other people aren't being reciprocative, or that word, to back to what we're putting out, is actually causing a scrutiny, and it is actually causing an injustice because we're expecting it back, and that in turn causes unfaithfulness or a disbelief of the real reason why we do what we do, air sign. Why are we hopeful? Why do we do the things that we do? Because we expect it back in return someday? Maybe there should be a reanalyzation of that. All right, let's go into spectrum 3. Ooh, what is it? What is it? Pomegranate. Prosperity. So, Emma's giving you a little nudge. She's giving you a little warning with pomegranate and prosperity upside down. And this is what's going to halt you. This is what's going to stop you. Is expecting this balance. Expecting this to have a balance. Expecting everybody to do that. Having expectations is what's going to cause you a disimbalance. It's what's going to cause a disimbalance in your prosperity or the stagnancy to continue from you actually ever doing anything. We all want prosperity, but if we're emotionally stagnant, are we ever going to really have an appreciation for the prosperity that we're accomplishing or we're striving to achieve? Like I said, all this is going to be about you. So air sign, this is about you. Like, this is ranging into your prosperity. So everything that's afflicted towards you, the way we want balance from the people that are in our lives that might not be giving it back, it's the way that we're seeing it. So, okay, Adam, well, how do I have balance and not expect it back from somebody? But I did all this for this person and, they're not going to see it that way. Right. They're not going to see it that way. Guess what? It's for you to see it that way. This message, you're here on this channel in this moment right now, listening to me because you're here for this moment, for right now, to hear what you need to hear. For whoever you're going to face within the day, and see how you could strive for this balance of putting out with what you feel good if you don't get back. I'm just pushing you to grow. I'm just showing you what's there to grow. Air sign. And all of you guys that associate with air sign. But that's what's there. Sorry for the preaching moment. But here we go. Pomegranate. So in this, this is halting your prosperity. Holding it up. Holding things up because you're feeling an injustice to what's going on. Okay. That's that for you. Now we're going to go down to, we're going to switch this snake, how Mo's helping us. We're going to switch this down to fire sign. Okay, fire sign. Let's get this ready. First one, spectrum. Globe, totality. You got this last week. I know you did. You got totality last week. I knew you got it in the same area too. This is the overall understanding. This is where it's at. This is like totality. This is where it's at. This building of where you were at. This building of where you were at on something that was already broken, on ideas or structure or something that was just fragmented. You already building this up. So the way this totality comes in for that is like, yeah, this is where it's at. This is like knowing that this fractured foundation is something that's going to need to be addressed. This fractured foundation is something that's going to need to address. Knowing that it's deeper, that we built up something that we see ourselves in totality of what we are, right? This is just going to need to be addressed, like having to go through the fractures and fix down below what's going on. Okay. And so now we're going to get into this next one right here, okay? So I'm just going to... there you go. Ooh, loyalty. Okay, so here's something that you might be blocking. Okay, so we have the snake wanting to come and show you this, right? We want the energetic movement wanting to come and show you this, show you that there's a fragmented foundation on what you built upon. But there's this dog right here with the loyalty of what you know. You don't want to change it. You don't want to change what's in front of you. You're loyal to this lifestyle. You're loyal to what you know already. You're so loyal to it. You can't see things different than what's in front of you. You can't you don't want to. You're choosing not to. You're so loyal to this damaged part of what's going on. You're loyal to it. You keep bringing it up. You keep using it. It's actually what's defending you. If anything, if this energetic moment is what to show you, this dog or this loyalty to it is what's actually defending you. Snake, dog defending, the loyalty to your emotional senses or your emotional thoughts. And this is your realization of what are the broken foundation. So the loyalty that you have to it, like it's been protecting you, like this victimization maybe has been protecting you. But really, it's what's keeping you in emotional stagnancy. Hmm. All right, let's get into part 3. Already in on an hour. Okay, here we go. Time is it 12? All right, here we go. 4, house upside down. 4, familiarity. Of course you're of course you are loyal to it. It's familiar to you, but it's a false familiarity, right? It coming in upside down. It's a false familiarity. It's like it's yeah, it might have 4 walls and you might have been in it in a long time and you're loyal to it, but it's familiar to you. That's why you can't see past it. That's why you probably don't want to get out of it, because it's comfortable. What is it? Maybe it's the physical that you're in, or it's the mental state that you're in. The mental state that you're in of what you're seeing as familiar. Like how long before it cycles back through again and something might come up because it feels familiar. Like unresolved emotional trauma might come up again because it's familiar, or this arc, this story arc of how it goes is familiar, and we just don't get out of it because we're just loyal to it. It feels comfortable. So that's where we are, fire signs. That's what's going on for us. Like that's what's just like we are realizing that we have this emotional stagnancy going on for us, and what we see is anything that for us to move forward is to move, not move past, but actually dig deep into where the broken foundation is. We built up an identity or ourselves on this broken foundation that was never actually really healed. And that's really important. Look how important that is. That's a precious stone right there. That foundation is so precious right there. All right. So there we are, fire signs. That's just something that we're understanding and realizing, and we might have to go into analyzing that, analyzing like that foundation and where it might be broken. What belief system or structure do we have that's actually keeping us in this emotional stagnancy? Okay. Here we go for water signs. All right, water signs is next. Let me know how you guys are liking everything. Let me see you guys in the comments say, oh my god, or not oh my god, but how are you liking this, fire signs, if you guys are in the comments? Alright, let's wrap it up with water signs. Alright, water signs, water signs, water signs, doing those water signs, water signs. Alright, so move that over. Water signs. Alright, so here we go with alignment upside down. We have alignment, this castle upside down. And this is what we are swimming away from, right? This thing that we built up. Geminis don't think like that. LOL. Well, I was in fire signs. Now we're going into water signs. Let me go change that to water signs. And so right here for alignment, right here, with it being upside down, it's like we're swimming away from things that we built up, or something that we thought that we wanted. We're swimming away from it, and we realized that it wasn't anything secure. It wasn't anything really there or structural. It was like a weird tower moment in a way for us. Okay. And so with it being upside down, right? It wasn't in alignment anymore. What we built up, what we realized that we were there for so long and water signs, and we realized this just wasn't us anymore. It just wasn't for us anymore. It wasn't a part of us anymore. It doesn't resonate with us anymore. Okay? And so with that, we started to like swim away from it. We This is us swimming away from it. So this is a good thing. This is like, yeah, you're doing that energetic movement. You're swimming away from things that aren't in alignment with you anymore, and you're swimming towards things that are in alignment with you. This is awesome. This is awesome. Let's go into card number 3. Card number 2. So this is great too, again. So this going into like alignment or a crown with accomplishment, that's what you're swimming towards. You are starting to have these feats of accomplishment now, or what you're going to be facing for the week is you, and which is great. So Monday you're already having a sense of accomplishment. That's what you're swimming toward. You're swimming towards accomplishment. Whether you're having accomplishments in some of your relationships already, or accomplishments in achieving some of your goals because you realized of the emotional stagnancy that you're at, or having this energetic movement is going to lead you towards more accomplishments for yourself. So maybe the feeling of where you had to leave, which was really hard for you, the feeling of where you had to leave, which was really hard for you, and you couldn't see it yet, the turmoil that you were in the traveling, is actually kind of like the spectrum of what you had to swim through. It was the spectrum of emotions that you had to swim through to really see, this is what I had to do. I had to go back to this. I had to go towards this. And now you're feeling these senses of accomplishment. All right, so let's go into spectrum 3. All right, spectrum 3. Snail, persistence, bam, which is fucking awesome. Fucking awesome. We got this card right here. Snail, persistence comes up. Slow and steady wins the race, right? So here we go. So persistence. And it might be something that you've already been doing or taking little knacks at, and already you're already seeing the great bounds that could be taken with persistence. Not just that it's a snail, right? Like a snail, yes, a snail gets there slowly, but or a persistence feels like it's a slow, thing to do, like going to the gym and whatnot. But with the persistence, we actually see that with persistence, we see the big bounds in place when we do that. When we look back, we see how far we've come. Have you ever seen a snail on the ground slither away? Come back to it 5 minutes later and see how far it's actually gone in that 5 minutes. You're like, oh, fuck. But when you're looking at it and you're seeing how long it takes to get like a little inch, and like so long that you're looking at it, but if you walk away from it in 5 minutes, you come back, it's actually gone a good distance. It's crazy, huh? Persistence. All right, so there we go. That's our those are everybody. So with persistence, water sign, keep going. Just keep going forward. We're moving. We're swimming. We're swimming. Just keep swimming. Just keep swimming. Just keep swimming, swimming, swimming. What do? We swim, swim. Boop. Right? So just keep swimming. You're gonna have that persistence, and you're gaining that accomplishment little by little. Accomplishmentable little feats. Welcome to Coffee and Cards, making up my own words. Right? So that's what's going to be going on. That's what's going on for you, water signs. And that's it across the board, everybody. Boop. So, yeah, guys, we are facing some emotional stagnancies this week. Not facing them, but facing the way to get through them. Facing the way of what's in front of them. Facing in the way of what's created them. And facing in the way of how they are affecting us, and just really getting those accomplishments in, getting those not even accomplishment, dude, not even accomplishment. It's more of like like our the way that we are emotionally tied to what we're doing and our actions and our day-to-day really affect how far we go in our day, how we are affected to what we want to accomplish in our day. And, really seeing things in this kind of spectrum of what's going on, and how and what we could be facing on things really could give us some dexterity on how to approach the day or how to approach the situations of what's going on, or even just as a coach, just having with my clients, like, yeah, like what makes you feel that, or what comes up for you when you notice these things, and getting them into those areas and getting them into those understandings of what to do next when they see it happening. So like this, and having this connection not only just to card reading, but to the symbology of what's going on, and connecting to that symbology to your situations. Not symbology card reading, but like understanding the situation and what it's trying to show you. Like, why is Hillary and Sally all messed up at work? Or why is my husband thinking of me in this way? What projections or what perceptions am I thinking of that? So there's a lot that goes into just card reading, and there's a lot that goes into coaching. There's a lot that goes into self-understanding, self-acceptance, self-realization, just a lot of going into the self, right? So that's why, and that's why I love using SOS, because it's really secrets of the soul, secrets of your soul, secrets of you, secrets of the soul, not secrets of what I want to know about my crosswatch that I'm looking over. I want to know about me, and this is about you. All right. So with that, I'll see you guys on the next one. You guys have a beautiful, bright, and shiny day. Appreciate what you appreciate, because it appreciates. And that's it. I'm out. Have a good night, guys. Or have a good day, guys. And I'll see you guys on the next stream that I start to do. Or whatever videos I do. Or, yeah. Point is, you guys have a fucking awesome day. All right. Toodles poodles. Do 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 do.